Also new tonight, Massachusetts Attorney General Andrea Joy Campbell touting a win in court over the Trump administration after suing the Department of Education for pulling critical funding. Massachusetts, along with 16 other states, reached an agreement with the federal government preventing the Education Department from revoking, rescinding, or modifying access to funds already allocated through March 2026. The millions of dollars in grants were awarded to support low-income and unhoused students. AG Campbell argued, quote, the department's arbitrary and abrupt termination of the state's access to these funds created a massive, unexpected budget gap that harmed students and teachers by cutting off vital education services.